Hello and welcome to the video. If this is your first time here, my name is Mike. If you've been here before, my name is still Mike, but you would have known that already. It was back when I was in my thermal imaging level 2 course. I heard about NDVI, thought it was pretty cool, so I started looking into it. Ended up buying a drone from the guy that I took my ground school from, and we started shooting videos just mostly to keep my pilot skills up, and it morphed into what you see today. The main reason I picked up my camera and started shooting these small towns was mostly for my drone pilot's license. I wanted to keep, everything current and keep in practice while I was flying around, and I decided I didn't want just drone footage, so I started shooting with my ground-based cameras too. This evolved very organically. It went, the original goal was to be a thermal imaging service provider for Beaver County and surrounding areas in Alberta, but with shooting thermal you only have so much, so we started shooting video, and it ended up as this. The reason we shoot small towns is to actually document the history and kind of show these unique, like, hidden towns that nobody really stops at. Nobody knows they even exist. Maybe they see a highway sign, but they just drive by. So we decided we're gonna shoot these small towns and see where it goes. Oh, absolutely, these communities are disappearing. Several of these communities used to have hundreds of residents, and now they're in the tens. So yeah, these small communities are disappearing, and we kind of want to remember, like, there's ghost towns scattered throughout Alberta that nobody even knows of anymore. So if we can document some of these towns before they disappear, there'll be a record of them, and hopefully maybe in history books. I would love to say that I have a method in choosing these towns, but most of the time it either has to do with how much time I have to film, so we want something fairly close, or we happen to be in a different community and see a highway sign for a town. Sometimes we actually do plan this stuff out and end up at a specific community, but a lot of the time it's just we happen to find a town. Typical filming day is get up, have breakfast and coffee, obviously. Load up our stuff, typically send the drone up first, get an aerial view of the town, or we'll drive around the community, try and find a good place to launch from, and then we'll send the drone up, get a nice aerial view, some of the surrounding country, and then do like main street arenas, those kind of shots. The most challenging aspect has been weather, because with my drone I can't fly in the rain, can't fly in winds over 40 kilometers an hour, certain temperatures I can't fly in. So trying to get 2 or 3 communities every time I go out has been the goal, because I don't know if tomorrow, if the wind's going to be too high, if there's going to be a rain shower. So I think the most challenging part has been the weather. Absolutely, we look for certain like landmarks, arenas. We always try to shoot like a main street. If there's parks, that kind of thing. I think the town that surprised me the most was Winfield. It's a small, out of the way place that it wasn't even on our radar, but we got turned away from another community, so we were desperately looking for a video to shoot, and we stumbled across Winfield. It's got this nice little mountain town vibe, and it's a really cute little community. I think one of the few people that actually sticks in my mind is the mother of the owner of the Bruce Hotel. We just happened to run into her when we were shooting Bruce, and the pride that she had in her son, you know, getting his electrical ticket, running the hotel, you know, doing that whole thing is just, she was an amazing lady. My favorite, or one of my more favorite towns, is Vilna. The main street still has an actual boardwalk. All the buildings are like false front buildings. It's got a very Wild West feel to it. It's a really cool little community. Feels pretty good how steadily we're growing. Obviously, like everybody else, I would love to be, you know, bigger. Maybe be able to do this full time rather than just, you know, evenings and weekends, so to speak. So my goal for this project is to go full time. Like, I want to be out, you know, filming these communities. Maybe, you know, maybe we do a series on ghost towns that, you know, used to have a couple of hundred residents but are now like foundations of buildings rather than an actual community. What it would look like to do this full time. I mean, obviously we'd be able to, you know, go further afield, maybe into different provinces, and shoot like small communities in Saskatchewan, Manitoba, BC, maybe even Northwest Territories. More towns is what we're aiming, or where we're looking to go next. There's still a bunch of communities in Alberta that we haven't touched on yet. Obviously, there's, you know, 12 more provinces or territories in Canada that we haven't even looked at yet. So ideally, more communities, maybe, you know, dig a little deeper into the history of some of these communities. The fires in Alberta, that is an issue that we've had to deal with. Right now, it's fairly smoky. There's actually a air quality warning in effect right now for Alberta. So you have to get, like, the drone footage isn't as good, or you know, you try and get out of the smoke so that you can actually get some decent footage. We've put a couple of communities on the back burner because they're, you know, in a wildfire situation right now, and I don't want to be the idiot going into these communities, you know, shooting people's lives falling apart. I hope that, you know, my new viewers will actually realize my, you know, passion for specifically Alberta, but small towns in this province. You know, they hopefully can see my vision, what I'm trying to do, and, you know, come back, see what other communities I've shot. My main motivation is actually my subscribers. I know I've only got 300 as of today, or 366, but I feel like, you know, they didn't just click the subscribe button because, oh, I might want to see something later. Like, I feel like, you know, I'm providing something for them, and I almost feel guilty if I don't post a video. So it's all of my subscribers that keep me going, keep me motivated, pushing. A lot of people, you know, want everyone to move to the big city or something, but there's people like me that have absolutely zero want or desire to live in a city. And so these small communities are places that, you know, they're a little quieter, they're kind of out of the way. Kids have much more freedom in a small community than in, you know, a city. Yeah, maybe documenting them, you know, is an invasion of people's privacy, but I try not to get people. I definitely don't shoot houses from the ground, so I think documenting them is a valuable part of Alberta history. I don't know if I dream about capturing, but I haven't shot a whole lot in southern Alberta or very far northern Alberta. I think, you know, I mean, over the course of time, obviously, we'll plan trips to get down to southern Alberta and more northern. communities, and we'll get those recorded as well. I think the one message is, enjoy. If you do live in a small community, enjoy the community. Maybe get out, on their annual community celebration day, like Sports Day or Canada Day or whatever your community celebrates, and just enjoy it. Like, some of these communities are beautiful. The people I've run into are amazing people, friendly, happy. Like, enjoy your community. Love where you live.